plays, which we used to play, is disappearing these days. Need parents to fix up their things, constant stimulation making them grow faster.
What factors do you think that parents should keep in mind while choosing a preschool for their children?
That how the teacher of your child is.
Such a beautiful definition of success in a child's life. It is so emotional to see a child being nurtured.
Every morning during assembly, we make them practice for the more positive affirmation.
Hello and welcome. I am Shreya, founder of the Brand Story Studio, where I help brands build their stories through social media and content strategy. And for me, the most meaningful stories are the ones that shape us at the very beginning of our life, our childhood. It's my absolute pleasure to welcome someone who works closely with children and help shape their experiences, Miss Hirsch. She has been an integral part of the Beanstalk journey. She started as a teacher and quickly became the academic coordinator for the kindergarten wing in just 3 months. She then moved on to lead academics across all three branches and is now serving in dual capacity as academic head and center head of the Beanstalk Model Town branch. She's also a phonics trainer and works actively in teacher training and curriculum development. Welcome, Ms. Hirsch.
Thank you, Shreya. Thank you for having me here.
Ma'am, before we begin, I would like to know you beyond an educator.
Of course, beyond being an educator, I am a curious person and I have a passion of learning and growth. And as I'm a mother of two, so I enjoy the chaos and the joy of childhood at my home too. And I also love doing gardening on my weekend because watching things grow slowly teaches me patience, and that patience I bring to my workplace for our little learners. And also, I love to attend the parenting workshop because I really feel that we need to educate ourselves before we teach our kids, right? Because parenting is a continuous learning journey.
That makes me very curious about your journey with children. So take me back to the beginning. Why did you decide to work with children specifically?
Okay, so I think Shreya, it's two things which drew me here to work with Beanstalk. As first one is heart, where I find like kids are very innocent, very genuine, very simple, and they don't pretend anything. If they are happy, they are happy. If they are sad, they are sad. They don't pretend, right? So this is by one of the reasons. And the second side is science. What science says, as maximum brain development happen at the age till age 5 only. So I feel like this is the most meaningful work which I can do, where I can shape their confidence, their empathy, their love for learning right at the start.
Ma'am, like you said, shaping confidence, empathy, and love for learning right at the start. And I think that is why it is very important to have conversations about childhood today. And when we see childhood, it is so different as compared to what most of us experience, right? So I would love to know your perspective on what kind of childhood do you think is, disappearing these days?
Shreya, it's a good question. Can you just recall your childhood?
Yeah, definitely. I loved playing in sand, and when I would come home all covered in dust and the sand, my mom would scold me. Yeah, and then I would still find my way back to the sand next day.
Exactly. So those street plays which we used to play is disappearing these days, right? They don't have the time to play like hopscotch. What hopscotch means actually? The chalk on the road, right? A broken tile become the stunts, right? So that kind of childhood is missing. They are all packed. Their schedules are so busy. They are, always on. They are just rushing here and there, one after another class they are going. So I can see like they are very tired, they are very packed, their schedules are very very busy. So I think that childhood we played gilli danda, it's cricket, and we start early evening and we play till the time we'll not get the call by the mother, come back for the dinner, right? So these kind of things are missing. They are not free, they are all stressed, right? The stress free childhood which we know, which we already had, right? And also uh, emotional development happened at that time. What happened if we indulge in a fight with our friend? So we were the only one who made it fix before the day end, right? So now they need parents to fix up their things. So at that time, emotional development was happening naturally. That is missing these days. So emotional development, emotional growth, and that free childhood, the stress-free childhood is missing.
Ma'am, like you said, I think we learned patience, problem solving all through our play in childhood, right? And I think children these days do not have that time. They're always busy with their schedules and constantly stimulated. They're expected to do so much at such a young age. Do you think children today are growing emotionally faster than their age?
Shreya, I think yes, in many ways. How come? See, the screen exposure, their busy schedule, their constant stimulation making them grow faster. Emotionally, also, they are growing faster. As if I talk about earlier, they were the joint family, right? And the children used to play with their siblings, with their cousins. Now, what they are doing, the families are nuclear now, and most of the time they are with the grown-ups. They are with their parents, and they are, if their parents are going for the social gathering, they are also joining them. So these few are the reason, not only about the screen exposure. Nowadays parents are also very busy, like they are maximum both the parents are working these days, right? So they also don't have much time to teach them about how to understand and express the emotions. I think we are rushing them to be mature, right? Because childhood needs space, childhood needs boredom, because the boredom makes them creative, right? So at our center we try to keeping it safe. Like I we want, if the child age is 4 years, it should be 4 years only. They should enjoy the things and the creativity at this time as per their age only. So we just keep it safe. We keep secure these things here at Beanstalk.
Um, Ma'am, like you said, and I totally agree to whatever you said. Sometimes we as adults forget that children are aware. Even at this age, they can sense emotions, they can sense tensions around them, they can sense the stress of that a parent is bringing from the workplace. And sometimes parents also bash out on children, and they, are very sensitive at this age and can process everything. So, do you think there are certain things that adults often underestimate about children?
Yes, Shreya, actually, we think they are kids, but they absorb more than we understand. What they can absorb, what they can just understand, they understand from our mood, from our stress. They know the parents are in stress, so they are learning. Instead of we teach them, they learn what they see, right? So it our clearly impact is directly going to the kids. They are learning from us. It's not about what we will say, then they will learn. It's about what they are observing, what they are learning, what they are watching in their surroundings. These things are making them, like we are underestimating, like these are the kids, right? Sometimes what happens when the parents are little worried, or maybe they are stressed. I don't know, like sometimes their personal or maybe professional reasons are there. What we used to do, we just keep our like workplace stress inside us. When we come back home, we start scolding our kids with no reason. Sometimes it happens. Why it happens? Because sometimes, because our brain is trained. If I'll tell you to just stress out in front of your boss, will you? No, because your brain is experienced that here you cannot, right? Our kids are our a safe place. We know if we will scold them, they will come back to us. But I think it should not be there, right? They absorb, they learn everything, they understand everything. They are very sensitive. They're very sensitive. I know the parents has their comfortable zone in front of their kids, but I think we should keep our emotions till us only. They should have only the comfortable zone with the parents, so that they feel that they are loved no matter what they are, but they will be comfortable, they will be loved when they will come to us.
Absolutely, ma'am. I think children are small, but their emotional world is so deep that we adults often touch the tip of the iceberg here. And I think whatever a child experiences in such a young age shapes the entire life journey of theirs. And then it becomes somehow the duty of the school. So, as a center head, I would like to know what do you think? What are the parts of childhood that a school should protect at all costs?
I think the school should protect their innocence, their love for learning, and how it will happen when they feel very comfortable. So that's why we keep the interaction with the teacher, we keep the center and circle time, so that they feel that they should be seen, they should be heard by somebody, so that they can speak, they can express their emotions, their thoughts. They should feel free to say anything here. So I think schools should protect their innocence.
Absolutely, ma'am. I feel when a child, associates negative feelings with the school, they kind of hold themselves back. And when they associate positive feelings, like they are happy when they're with their teachers, peers, they are playing, they're having fun, they really look forward to it. And parents do observe all these little things. And that is why I think sending a child to a school, to the school, and all the parents try that their child should go in the best school, not just academically but emotionally as well. It is such an emotional decision for parents, because they are not looking for academics; they want to see the emotional safety of the child as well. What factors do you think parents should keep in mind while choosing a preschool for their children?
Good question, Shreya. I think parents should look for a school where the child should be seen, the child should be happy, the child should be safe. And nowadays, I can see that the parents are very much aware. Earlier, they were about how my child will learn letters and numbers. Now they are just how much the emotional well-being is there in a school, right? So they are looking for these things, and they know that they should be happy, they should be confident, they should be comfortable while going to the school, and they feel the child generally feel happy when they are going to the school, right? So I think these are the common factors. Like, few parents are looking for a good infrastructure, fancy brochures. So I think these things will not matter. And one more thing I'll just tell you, actually what actually matters, how good the school is. Doesn't matter to a parent. What actually matter to a parent, that how the teacher of your child is, how much your child is feeling safe with the teacher, how much the child is feeling comfortable with the teacher. So these few things are very much important, not that fancy infrastructure and the buildings of the school.
And I think, ma'am, this shift is so important. Like when I reflect back on my childhood, we were just decided to go to some play school which is closer by to the house, without thinking that if the teachers have a positive relationship with the children, what they are offering, those all of those things didn't happen, 20 or 15 years ago. But now
Exactly.
parents are so aware and they want, that emotional safety of their children. And I think this really helps them in adulthood as well. I remember the experiences of my childhood and it has shaped me into an adult that I am today. And similarly, if we pay attention to the emotional safety of the child today, they are going to be confident adults in future. So, ma'am, I think that is how we learn a lot from children. Like I observe children around me these days, and I tend to learn so much from them. And I think they change my perspective sometimes as well. So, has there been any episode with you as well where a child has changed your perspective in life?
Yes, exactly. See, being in with Beanstalk, it has been already a 10 years experience. So multiple times it's happened. I just want to share my recent experience with you. See, we had a girl here in the school who had the separation anxiety, wherein the mother was very worried because mother was she was a working mother, and she was little, she wants like the child should get settled to the school so that she should be able to go back. And also there was some personal reason in her life wherein she was struggling with, so the child was not getting settled in the school. So what I observed, it was like somewhere the child is carrying that anxiety, that stress, what her mother has already carrying. Because I just discussed about, they are very sensitive, they absorb the things, right? So they are very sharp. We underestimate. We have just discussed about. So that girl was carrying that stress of mother. That's why she was having a lot of separation anxiety from the mother. So slowly my team worked with the girl. My team made her feel very comfortable, and I counseled the mother. And soon we can see that the girl is very happy. She is comfortably coming to the school. She is when it was really a very pleasure feeling for me when I saw that she was walking into the school with a smile and she gave me the hug. So sometimes I feel like, see, we should not celebrate the big things. We should always, uh, you know, appreciate the small things. This is also a change of that girl which we have already seen. So I think this impact changed me both personally and professionally, that we should just enjoy each and every moment with them. And also our parents should be very very calm, very very relaxed when they are with their child, so that that anxiety should not transfer to the child. So this is a good learning for me.
And I think, like you said, you comforted that child, and earlier she used to come crying, and you comforted her so much that she would come and give you a hug with a smiling face. And I think we don't need a trophy for such a success. It's such a beautiful definition of success in a child's life that they start associating school positive. And I think that's why educators play such an important role in our life. They legit shape our entire life right in the foundation. And there must be moments in school as well that really stays with you, that you go back and remember about even after 5 years or 10 years. There must be a student or some moment. So I would like to ask you, ma'am, what quiet moments in school really mean the most to you?
Very very simple, Shreya. As we have just discussed about the day one of their schooling, and when I compare, when they are improving, they are playing inside the school very confidently, and when they are improving class by class, when they perform on the stage during mass assemblies, and when they confidently, perform on a big stage of annual function. So these are the moments which give me pleasure, where I feel that uh, most love moments are these. There's
Absolutely.
slowly and gradually improvement, which I see, and I feel really very comfortable and relaxed at that time.
Absolutely, ma'am. And I think that says so much about the trust, that transformation that a parent sees, and even as educator, you see in children every day. It is such a transformational experience, and it is so emotional to see a child being nurtured so much. And I think that's where we as adults lack. We complicate emotions so much. We never, even after putting in 12 hours of work, we would never feel satisfied with ourselves or our performance. But that's not the case with children. They're so simple. They'll get a star in the notebook and they'll go back to their moms, showing it off and telling it to, all the children around them. Uh, so what do you think, working with children has taught you about adults and their emotions?
Shreya, I think working with kids taught me a lot every day. But as we can see that what is missing in grown-ups, that is a child. Each grown-up has a child among themselves, which we are hiding. We are hiding our emotions sometime, and sometimes we are pretending to be, which we not are. But I think we should enjoy this journey, and we should enjoy the simplicity. It's give you the pleasure feeling when you are enjoying your childhood with your younger ones or with your kids.
I think, ma'am, you are absolutely right. Children love so easily, forgive so quickly, and they find joy in very small things that which we as adults complicate so much. We are, now being driven away from the simplicity that we also used to have when we were children, right? And I think when a child in a safe environment, these qualities of, kindness, curiosity, softness stays with them even in adulthood. So what kind of humans do you hope children become in future after passing out from being soft?
I think we should protect their kindness, their empathy, to be a good human, and also a confident child, a creative child, the child which the one child who can do anything in the world. That confidence should be there in the child. So I want like every child should grow up with this spirit.
That, ma'am. Children grow up, they forget the academics, but they are not gonna forget the qualities we put in them right at the foundation. If they if we'll teach them kindness, it will manifest when they become an adult, right? And schools are the ones playing a very beautiful, I would say, role in shaping that inner voice. So beyond education, what impact do you hope Beanstalk creates on the children?
So here at Beanstalk Shreya, we are shaping their inner voice, which they will hear for life. Every morning during assembly, we make them practice for the positive affirmation. So, what kind of positive affirmation? They have some quality, they have ability, they have their uniqueness, they are already born with. So we just polish them. How come? They say, I'm strong, I'm capable, I'm smart, I'm intelligent. So that the confidence they already have should be polished so that they can simply handle the hard things in their life.
And I think, ma'am, that's such a powerful thing. You are telling them about positive affirmations, something that I learned at 18. I would be so glad to see children who learn this at, 2 or 3 years or maybe 4 years. And this is really going to help them in adulthood. I know it for sure. They will learn how to, overcome challenges, how to handle success, how to, face setbacks and bounce back again. All of this is going to shape them in future. So, ma'am, let's come to the closing now. What is one thing you believe that every child should deserve to feel? It's a great question, Shreya. I think it's unconditional love because when the child knows that they will be loved no matter what, they will be very much confident. Their childhood will be magic. They will blossom. And here at Beanstalk, we are committed to keep them safe. We are committed to give them that unconditional love. We are here for their emotional well-being. So I think the happiness of the child you can truly see here. You summarized it so well, ma'am. Childhood should feel unconditional love and freedom to express their emotions. Thank you so much, Ms. Hirsch, for this insightful and incredibly sensitive conversation around childhood. Thank you, Shreya. So this is Shreya from the Grand Story Studio with Ms. Hirsch from Beanstalk Junior School signing off for today. We'll see you in the next episode. Thank you.